There's so many names that have gone.
Have you been the Baddy since day one? Has that always been your name? Yeah.
I didn't even pick it, lad.
Oh, really? Yeah.
That's a good nickname, that. Paddy the Baddy.
Don't pick your own name, lad.
Sounds like a monster in a children's book. Paddy the Baddy.
So who assigned it for you?
Paul, my coach.
Paddy the Baddy?
Yeah, no, lad, we was... What was I at the time? 2 or 3, I think it was 2-0. I was about to have my 3rd fight. And the announcer...
Are you 16-3 now?
No, this is amateur. This is when I was amateur.
Shit, okay.
Yeah, so this is when I was 16, lad. I was about to have my 3rd fight. I had 9 amateur. And the announcer come in the back and was like, said to Joel, who was the other lad fighting hard, any nicknames? And he was like, no, it's my debut. Come over to me and was like, what's yours? And I was like, oh, I'm just Paddy Pimblett, lad. And Paul went, Paddy the Baddy. Yeah, go ahead. Sound.
Do you know what? That almost feels like if they make a film of your life, that's going to be a moment where they go, we need it. Paddy the Baddy. Do you know what I mean? They just come up with it then.
What would yours be?
Oh,
Freddy Flapjack Quinne.
No, Dirty Fingers.
Dirty Fingers.
You wouldn't want to fight that, would you?
No.
Exactly. Dirty Fingers Quinne.
You sound like a thief from the 20s.
What would you be?
Don't know. Adam the Rowe, probably. It'd be eye-based.
The Rowe.
Yeah, it'd be eye-based, wouldn't it? If I didn't pick it myself, that's what...
You don't pick your weakness as your name.
No, you don't.
No, but it sounds... Maybe by that point...
Stephen likes talking. Oscar the Bounce Pistorius. It's like...
No, but maybe by that point I've got a bionic eye or something, do you know what I mean?
A bionic eye?
Yeah,
you fight with a bionic eye?
Maybe that's how I end up in the UFC, because obviously it's not a physical, do you know what I mean?
Well, like RoboCop.
But yeah, maybe I've ended up there because my eye can see things quickly and I can be like, here's the move, you know what I mean? Maybe that's how I end up there.
How much more quickly would you have to see things in order to twat him?
To beat him up?
Yeah.
It is the thing. We told you before we started recording that we all went to the same school. You're 3 years below me.
Yeah.
And I knew in school that he could kick my head. So he was known as a hard little cunt when I was in year 9 and he was in year 7.
Were you the hardest in your school?
No.
Were you the hardest in your year?
No.
No.
We
the hardest in school doesn't really...
We had big kids in our year, but we never really done that. Well, I can remember kid a year above me, everyone was saying he was. But then, we didn't really, when we were my age anyway, they didn't start having fights to see who the hardest in the year was.
No, it wasn't like a yearly tournament.
One of my mates that was older than me, Chris, he was saying to me, lad, yeah, when we went into year 7, lad, it was like, who's the hardest, and kids were fronting each other on the first day of school and that, to say who was the hardest.
Really?
Yeah.
We've spoke about this.
He's about 32 though.
Oh, we've spoken about this before. There's do you know Tom Simpson?
Yeah.
So Tom was in our year,
yeah,
and he ended up boxing for the Navy, I think, or the Army, but he was a boxer, wasn't he?
There's another one in our year, isn't it? And he's, what's his name? Tom's mate.
Yeah. I know who you mean, yeah.
Ginger lad.
I had a fight with Tom.
Yeah, Tom Farrell.
Tom Farrell, yeah. I had a fight with Tom Simpson in the first week of year 7, because he was winding up a mate of ours, Danny McNally, and I had this sort of chip on my shoulder attitude of like, no one's picking on me sort of thing. And I liked Danny because we'd sort of got on straight away. And I was like, what are you scared of him for? Don't fucking run away from him. And he was like, are you not scared of me? And I went, no. And he was like, right, should we have a scrap after school? And I was like, sound. And he hit me about 15 times before I even blinked. And then I was like, yeah, sound. See you later, no worries.
Do you know what you were to him? You know when like a new boxer comes up and they just give him shit easy opponents at the beginning just to build his fucking confidence up. But that's what you were, the school version of that.
He was always sound to me after that because I didn't shit myself, do you know what I mean? Because I was sort of like...
Yeah, let's just have it.
Let's just do it.
Oh, there was a burgeoning respect.
So it was sort of like, he's not a shithouse.
I remember...
He's just harder than me.
I remember at my school...
Someone's got to win.
At my school, there was a guy called Dan, and he fucking stunk. That's got nothing to do with the story. I just want to say that I remember how bad you smell. He fucking stunk. He smelled like death. So he had a fight with this kid called Nick, right? And this kid called Nick was much bigger, but he was a bit like dopey and quiet. And this Dan guy was more cocky. And this Dan guy punched him. And this Nick lad proper pulled a fucking Lenny from Mice of Men and just let himself get punched in the face, grabbed his fucking wrist with his hand like that, and just went boom and knocked his 2 front teeth out.
It's a really famous scene of Mice and Men, isn't it?
I love that
No,
scene.
but, you know, like the fucking curly fucking Lenny fighting and just grabbing a fucking hand thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he crushes it.
Yeah. So that was literally kind of what happened. But I remember that Dan guy started crying, naturally as you would if you were like fucking 14 and someone elbowed both your front teeth out. But he didn't want to be seen to be crying, so he picked up a bottle of water and doused it on his head. And so he was like, "It's not tears, it's the water." And I just thought, how great, how quick of a thought is that in that moment, just to fucking regain a bit of dignity.
Oh, that's heavy, that.
Yeah, if you lose a fight, you've just lost, haven't you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no...
It doesn't go on your professional record, does it?
Not mine. Not yet, no. Not ready to break me amateur status.